Today's wreath is gorgeous. It's patriotic, red, white, and blue, beautiful crisscross wreath. Hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to DIY with Nadia. My co-host today is Rocky, who, by the way, is only 9.5 months. Look at this kitten. He still has that kitten energy, as you can see, but we are ready to get started on our beautiful and patriotic crisscross wreath. Here are the supplies I'm going to use for this roll. I'm going to start with 2 rolls of Deco mesh. Both of these are poly mesh and they are 6 yards in length. You will need 10 yards for this wreath. For ribbon, I'm going to use this 2.5-inch wired ribbon, which is stunning. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this white one. For decor, I'm going to be using these foam scatter little stars. Sometimes they're called vase fillers. They usually come in different sizes, or larger and smaller, and in a pack that has red, white, and blue. If you're wondering where I got any of my supplies, I will definitely have that listed in the description box below. For pipe cleaners, I have 24 here, 12 red, 12 black. Even if you're using 1 roll of Deco mesh, I do recommend getting 2 different colors of pipe cleaners. It will help you attach the Deco mesh. I'm going to use some floral wire to attach this sign. Just look at how stunning this one is. The colors are beautiful, vivid. It is metal, almost 8 inches in diameter. There are 2 holes to attach the sign in the back, and I thought it would just be such a beautiful addition to our wreath. For the base of the wreath, I'm going to be using a metal 14-inch wreath form. This part is optional, but I am going to be using a few zip ties. I usually have these linked in the description box or in my Amazon shop. Let's attach our pipe cleaners, and this part is going to be super easy, especially if you're going to use the 2 different colors like I'm using here. I'm going to start by attaching my first pipe cleaner to the intersection here on rows 1 and 2. So go ahead, add the pipe cleaner and point it towards the inside. I'm going to continue doing this on every intersection on rows 1 and 2. Now that that's done, I'm going to take the next 6 black ones, go on row 3 and 4 this time, right in the center of each section, tie it right in between the 2 rows, and this time I'm going to face my pipe cleaners out. I have 6 black on the inside and 6 black on the outside. My red, going to do opposite of each pipe cleaner. All right, let's start with the intersections. I'm going to go on row 3 and 4 because here I'm on row 1 and 2. 2 twists and fold out. Now I'm just going on every intersection that's on row 3 and 4 and tying a pipe cleaner. I attached all the opposite pipe cleaners to the intersections. Now I'm going to go on the inside of each section and I'm going to attach the opposite of this black one on the inside. This red is going on row 1 and 2. A few twists and fold towards the inside. I have 12 on the inside, 12 on the outside, and they interchange red, black on the outside and also on the inside. Now it's time to attach the Deco mesh. I decided to start with the blue, going to gather right at the end, and I'm going to be attaching my blue ones to the black. 2 good twists. Grab your zip tie, put it on row 2, and zip tie the tail in place. I did it about 1/2 inch from my actual pipe cleaner. Remove the tail. And now I'm going to be making 10-inch loops. My Deco mesh is rolling onto the table, so it's going to start making those poofs naturally. My 10-inch square is this gray one right here. My 10 inches are going to start from the pipe cleaner, nice and taut. When I get to my 10 inches, poof up and attach to my next black pipe cleaner. Basically working in a zigzag because my black pipe cleaners are here, 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 so forth and so on. Next 10 inches, and I'm attaching to the next black pipe cleaner. You guys get the idea. Go all around the wreath in a zigzag pattern, attaching 10-inch loops. I'm on my last loop of the blue Deco mesh. This is how much I have left of the mesh, and this was from 6 yards. I'm going to go where I started, attach, and then grab another zip tie, go on row 2, and about 1/2 inch from our pipe cleaner, I'm going to zip tie it. Cut off the tail. If you need to, you can definitely cut your tail a little shorter, but I usually just like to hide it. The tail where we started and the tail where we ended. Now I'm going to grab the red Deco mesh, bring it together, connect to one of the red pipe cleaners on the inside of the wreath, give it a few twists. Once again, grab a zip tie to attach the tail to row 2. Cut off the extra. Before I start making my loops, I do want to mention that for the most part, I kind of was fluffing my poofs as I was going along, but if you didn't, go ahead and poof them out, because now we're going to crisscross, and you want to make sure that you have that bottom Deco mesh or poly mesh, whatever you're using, nice and full. Now that I attached it here, measure my 10 inches and go to the next red one, which is going to be on the outside row. Give it a few twists. Another 10 inches. Go to the next one, which is on the inside row, and attach that. Continue going in between the blue and attaching my red mesh. I'm on my last poof or loop or whatever you want to call it. Let's cut off the tail. And now I'm going basically to the spot where I started, to that same first red pipe cleaner. Give it a few twists, grab a zip tie, and then attach the tail on row 2. Cut off the zip tie tail. This one's a little messy, so I'm going to cut a little bit of this off, trim it up a little bit. And now you could play with the wreath to see how you want all the colors to be. They could be overlapping or they could be side by side like I have here. At this point, you have to decide whether you're keeping all the pipe cleaners on the outside row, how you're decorating, what you're doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use 6 red pipe cleaners on the inner row only, but I'm going to keep the rest of them in case I decide to add something to the pipe cleaners. I'm going to get started with my 2.5 inch ribbon, cutting into 11 inch strips. 12 of these. Next, I'm going to go on both sides of my zigzagged ribbon, fold it in half, and cut out a little triangle, making our dovetails. Bring in my white ribbon, and I'm going to go down to 9 inches. That's because I really want the design of my flag to show. A total of 12 pieces of this white ribbon. Let's cut the ribbon off. Start cutting dovetails. Fold in half and cut out a little triangle. Let's attach our ribbon, layer them. I'm going to do a crisscross of the 2.5 inches, then 2 white ones, and crisscross those. When laying the white ribbon, you kind of want to make sure that you have the same space on top on both sides. And I think I do. So I'm going to bring it together in the center, just like this, attach to the pipe cleaners. Continue twisting the red pipe cleaner up about 1 inch from our connection. Cut it off, fold, and fold back. We're going to lay out the ribbon nicely at the end, but can you see that it kind of just laid nicely by itself? Really pretty. Bring it together, and I love that you can definitely see that that's a flag in the back, but we do have that pop of white in the front. So pretty. All the ribbon bundles are on, and with the sign in the center, it looks fairly busy to me, so I'm not going to be attaching anything to all the extra pipe cleaners. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and twist all of them up about 1 inch, and then fold and fold back behind the mesh so we can hide that. Next, I'm going to grab this stunning sign and attach some floral wire. I'm using this blue floral wire because it's the only blue one I have, and it's 26 gauge. I'm measuring off 20 inches and make 2 of these. Fold these in half because I want the floral wire to be a little bit stronger. Put it through the holes, and I always like to tie these in the back a few times, so a few good tight twists. By the way, when we are talking about gauges, the higher the number, the thinner the gauge will be. I'm sure all of you ladies and gents who worked in the medical field know that because that's how our syringes are. Let's attach. I want to always make sure that I have some mesh towards the center so that my sign has something to sit on. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. And out of all the guests, look at this, Simba came to visit. Usually it's Rocky here the whole time, but I'm recording a little bit late at night, so Rocky is sleeping. Attach a few twists on the other side. Okay, let's do a quick check. Whoa, that's too far back. And that's why we do a twist or two. Send the sign to the front, twist again. That's much better. Now that my sign is in place, I'm just twisting the floral wire to one of the rows. After the sign is on, now I know I can take care of the back. I'm going to go to the top of our sign and let's attach a jute cord. Whenever I do a hanging loop, I do want to make sure that I have about an inch from the top of the wreath. So I'm going to bring my knot in a little bit. That's pretty good. Cut off the extra that we have here. There you go. To cover the back, since we did attach our pipe cleaners to row 4, in that case, I like to use one of these. And this is a 15-inch placemat. Grab 3 zip ties, set them around the wreath, and attach them. You do not need to do this tight. Cut off the tail and send the nub to the back so we don't scratch any walls or wherever this is going to hang. If you are selling your wreath or gifting it, what I like to do sometimes is grab your business card and just staple it to the back. It's a nice way to make sure people know who made the wreath, and in case somebody wants to order one from you, they can do that. Let's send this back. There we go. We have our hanging loop. The back is covered. Let's flip, and now it's time to open up our beautiful ribbon. I love this part. For those who think I sound a little coarse, yeah, excuse my voice, my friends. I'm still getting over whatever it was that was going around, and the coughing is just relentless. So yeah, I lost my voice with that a little bit. Let's open up all our ribbon bundles. Here you can see I did the white shorter, and that's because the prettiest ribbon is my 2.5 inch. What I usually like to do is use a solid color in the back, and then the really pretty ribbon that's 1.5 inch in the front, and it kind of gives it a little background. It looks really, really pretty. Or you can simply just use a gorgeous 2.5 inch ribbon. But in my case, I needed the white for my red, white, and blue. As you can see, I want to make sure that my sign stands out. So I'm moving the ribbon a little bit to the side. Then I'm going to grab my pretty stars, a lot of hot glue in the center, and add the little star. And another red star. This is so easy, so fun. I love the fact that this wreath is so patriotic. It has all the red, white, and blue that you would want. You can see your blue deco mesh, your red deco mesh. All the ribbon bundles are laid out neatly. You can see the centers. The sweet little 8-inch sign does its job. I just feel like this wreath came together beautifully. I hope you enjoyed this wreath tutorial as much as I enjoyed making this gorgeous wreath. If you would like to see a video where I use only one roll of deco mesh, I'll attach that below, and it's a fall wreath. I would love it for you to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like this video. Rocky over here is definitely ready to go play, so we are going to say thank you so much for being with us, and we will see you in our next video. Say bye!